Hi, this is Dan Connolly, and I'm here with Steve Cockey, and I'm really excited to talk about BaltimoreBaseball.com, our new venture, which is going to bring me back to covering the Baltimore Orioles. With Steve's help, Steve is an advertising internet specialist who will be able to hopefully make this thing go for us. So, Steve, first of all, thanks for joining me here and joining me in this endeavor.
Sure thing, Dan. Really excited to get started. Thrilled that we were able to get this, working out. We've been talking the last couple of months, and you didn't quite know if it was going to work out, but really glad that it came to fruition, and excited for another, hopefully exciting Orioles season.
Yeah, it's been one of the situations. I've covered the team for 15 years. Left the Baltimore Sun in December, took a buyout, and decided I kind of want to do things a little bit differently. Wasn't even sure if I'd stay in sports journalism, but I had the opportunity to do so, so I will be doing it. And we're really going to do kind of what we think, hopefully, is things that are a little bit different. We're not really going to cover games the way that that regular media has covered it. Instead, we're going to pretty much kind of concentrate on what certain things mean in a game and what transactions mean and that kind of stuff. We're going to kind of look at beyond the actual box score, as they say, and we're going to be kind of trying to figure out when news comes, what does that mean to the Orioles? And if Miguel Gonzalez, for instance, has been released, then, who is that number 4 or number 5 guy? And what do you think about their chances and things of that nature? So that's kind of what our thoughts were in putting this together. And Steve, as a fan and someone who, who's blogged but also has paid a lot of attention to the Orioles over the years, what kind of things do you want to see in a new website, if you will?
Yeah, so I think you really hit the nail on the head with a lot of things there, Dan. And what we're both trying to do here is give that insight and analysis and kind of what the transactions mean, what the items in a game mean, rather than just rehashing game stories and the sorts of things that any fan can kind of get just by watching the games themselves, which we're all pretty much doing. So those sorts of things I think are very important to both of us and what we're hoping to achieve here. And then I would say on top of that, just kind of building a platform around the great content that you'll be providing with things like this audio and video kind of thing that we're hoping to do, some mobile things that you all can stay tuned for that are going to be forthcoming in a couple of weeks. And really using the technology at hand to build on just the traditional blog format that a lot of other sites and competitors in the space may be doing, and really create more of a platform that fans can use to share their fandom of the team and engage with us as well.
Yeah, I think one of the things that intrigued me about this, I'm a writer, and that's what I've done for a long time. And a few years ago when Twitter came on, 10 years ago, whatever it was, it allowed us to kind of interact instantaneously with our readership of the Orioles fans or whoever it might be, baseball fans in general, really. And now this is hopefully going to be opening up a new thing for us. I mean, one of the things we talked about is interactive video, as well as, having these podcasts and that kind of stuff. When you look at interactive video, what kind of things do you think we possibly can do that maybe isn't being done out there?
Yeah, I think there's a ton we can do with that. Just myself, a couple of months ago, I was fortunate enough to be able to talk to LJ Hose using that format, and it was really a cool thing. We had an 8 to 10 minute conversation. He was literally sitting in his car. He pulled up his iPhone, and we were able to do an audio video chat that worked really seamlessly. So that kind of stuff, everything from interviewing players, other beat writers, and even interacting with fans, potentially even while a game is going on. We could be bantering back and forth on what we're seeing and how the team's doing and those sorts of things. So I think there's a ton that can be done kind of in this interactive video space, and we're really excited about trying some of those things out.
Now, I think we've talked about this, but just to get it out there as well, as far as how it's going to go and specifically what we're going to look for. I mean, for the most part, the content is going to be free, correct? However, we are looking at a potential of a subscription with some nuances, some different things that can be done. But for the most part, my stuff, most of the writing that I will do will end up as free content. And it won't be behind a paywall or anything like that. But there will be a potential for subscriptions. Can you give me a little bit on that?
Absolutely, yeah. So that really is the model that we wanted to create here. We wanted it to be primarily a free site where all of the great writing that you will be doing will be completely free for users. We have no plans to change any of that, so you can look forward to a completely free experience on that side. But we wanted to add that kind of second tier that would be, a very small payment. We're talking $3 a month, $20 a year if you want to opt into the full year with us through our YouTube channel and create a little something on top of the great writing that you'll be doing. And that will be the podcasting, the audio and video, and some of this multimedia stuff that we're talking about as ways to not only engage with other writers and players, but certainly fans as well. And we're really excited and think that makes the most sense for our model, having the content be free, but if you're interested and engaged and excited about connecting with us in a little bit further way, then you have the opportunity to opt into that paid tier of multimedia stuff.
Yeah, one last thing I want to add is that, I haven't covered the team for a long time, for 15 seasons, and I'll still be doing that. I'll be at Camden Yards most home games, and, trying to talk to players, give some insight, talk to Buck Showalter, obviously, Dan Duquette, things of that nature. But I also want to point out that I will be doing which I kind of started 8 years ago, the bar blog at the Baltimore Sun. We're doing Connolly's Tap Room here at BaltimoreBaseball.com, and basically, it's an interactive situation with the readers. I'll pose a question, and you'll answer. We can go back and forth. We really should be able to have the technology to kind of comment back and forth a little bit more. So that can be kind of an interactive thing. We're also hoping to maybe even have some more interactive stuff, maybe a place for a platform for people to come and talk among themselves as well. But there's going to be a whole lot of exciting things. We are just scratching the surface. We're just figuring this out. Stick with us, and I think over time we'll really be able to build this thing.
Absolutely, yeah. I think you hit all the main points there. We want this to be not just a blog, not just a site. This is a platform for Orioles fans to engage with us, to engage with themselves, we're really excited about getting started.
Okay, well, we're in. Opening day is Monday, and we're open for business. BaltimoreBaseball.com, Dan Connolly and Steve Cockey. Thanks so much, guys, for listening here, and we're hopefully stick with us, and we'll give you some good stuff as the season progresses.